Right, time to perform one of two zero offsets I'm going to do on this head unit. A lot of people think that calibration and zero offset same thing. They're not really. Calibration is something that happens in the factory really, and zero offset just tells the head unit what zero looks like on the power meter. So I'm going to do it here. The sort of thing that shifts zero offset is things like temperature. It's quite warm today, so I'm going to do it quickly in here, and then I'm going to do it once I've warmed up out on the road and everything's up to temperature, and I've done about 15-20 minute warm up. Strange how the old brain works, isn't it? Because of course in my head this is an effort, a competition that I'm doing right now, and in my head I'm thinking to myself I should get my aero helmet and essentially get the fastest kit out, and of course that doesn't matter because all I'm doing is trying to put out the most power I can for 5 seconds, and I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be really hard work. So I'm just coming up to the section, the segment if you like now, and this is the road that heads towards the motorway, towards the M5. Up that way to the north you have Portishead, and that way to the south you have Weston-super-Mare, and this is where it starts to ramp up. So I'm going to start my lap just here on that line, and I'm going to go for 20 seconds. I'm going to go as hard as I can for 20 seconds up here, and on my Garmin I can see what my maximum power output was. I'm sure some of you clever bods would be able to have something on your Garmin that tells you what your 5-second power is, but I can't figure that out. So all I'm going to be able to do really is see what my maximum power was during that 20-second effort and just hope for the best. Obviously if it's below 1191 watts, I'm nowhere near. We'll see what happens. Okay, time to do the final zero offset. And it'll be time to start the effort. Great, okay. Let's do it. Not feeling too sure about this, I have to say. In the warm-up I tried a couple of efforts and barely got over 1,000 watts max, let alone 5 seconds. We will see, we will see. Right, just approaching the first one, and I'm going to try and keep it in the forefront of my mind that it's not just all about brute force, it's not just all about powerlifting, got to keep that cadence up as well. The work rate of watts isn't just dependent on the torque you put through, it's the cadence too. And I don't want to completely blow my system out of the water on the first effort. We'll see how we get on. Another couple of 100 meters, and try and wind it up and see how the first one feels and where I get to. Currently around about whatever that is, 300 watts. Just keep it nice and steady here and ramp it up, ramp it up, ramp it up, and then go. 350 watts. Going up to my marker now. Here we go. Wow, fucking. These are gonna be a struggle, folks. My maximum output there was 800 watts. It's not going to be a record winning day. Hiya. Right then, effort 2 of 5. Going to ramp up a little bit later. Going to focus on keeping the cadence high this time, not worrying too much about putting the power through the pedals. But let's just leave everything just a little bit later. Comes my marker. Wow. A little bit higher. Max watts was 835 watts this time. Oh wow. You know what? Starting to wonder whether in May last year when I did it, may have had a bit of a lead out to help get me up to speed, and then just hack off the front. But I tell you what, I'm not even getting close today, not even on max, let alone 5-second power. So I hope you didn't think I was going to do better. Wow. Just realised it's the last club time trial of the season tonight. If I hang around for 20 minutes, I might be able to sit on one of the time trialists' wheels. Right, here we go, third effort. I don't really know what else to try now. Maybe I just try a big brute effort and just try and crank those pedals over as hard as I can. Let's give that a go. Maybe I'm focusing a bit too long on the whole effort. Maybe I need to start ramping up a little bit nearer the middle of the climb when I'm fading the climb. It's a motorway bridge, but the little element of fatigue that's kicking in and making me try a little bit harder for the whole 20 seconds, maybe I'll start ramping it up over the first 10 seconds of the effort and go from there. Let's see what happens. Comes my marker. Right, here we go. Okay, let's go now. Oh, a little bit higher, 912 watts. I mean, I'm still, 200 plus watts below the 5-second power, and that's max. But it's closer. So maybe try the same approach. Leave it all a little bit later, and this time I'll try and see if, instead of staying seated and grinding it out, I'll get out the saddle this time. Same approach, but out the saddle this time. I sometimes find when I'm doing intervals, the second to last one is the best one. We'll see, won't we? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, second to last one, same approach but out the saddle this time. Comes my line. Wow, 1,089 watts. Well, that's a bit nearer. I mean, well, it's a bit nearer. Okay, fifth and final one. So got 1,089 watts on the last one. Be interesting to see if my 5-second power is anything over 1,000 watts in total. But I think we'll try the same approach again, and maybe just give it an extra gear just to bite into, but that seems to definitely be a better approach. Certainly watts are a little bit more up there, just a little under 100, a little over 100 watts short, like 110 watts short. Here we go, last one. Comes my line for the final time. All right, here we go. Oh, 1,154 watts. Oh, well, the last one was the strongest. Remains to be seen, doesn't it? How close that 5-second effort is. Wow. Let me get my breath back. Woo! There you have it. Last effort is definitely the highest wattage. I think it's safe to assume my highest 5-second power is going to be from that last one, and it's not going to beat what I did last May, but it's not going to be, well, the max watts was under, only a fraction under. I guess it depends how long I could hold those max watts for, but we will see when we get back to the office.
Okay, so the ride is all uploaded and on Training Peaks, so let's have a look and see what that 5-second power was. Here we go, 1,111 watts was the 5-second power. So if we compare that to the previous efforts, it came in third actually overall, so just below the previous one that I was using as my benchmark, 1,151 watts, so only 50 watts off. Some people were predicting some pretty high numbers actually, but I'm going to try a little approach that Chris Newman was telling me about the other day. I'm doing some TT videos and a couple of other videos with Chris recently, and he was suggesting trying to come down a shallow descent with high cadence and then going into a slight rise. So I'm going to try and find one of those types of spots and try and see if I can get higher watts than that. I think that might be the next challenge, perhaps, is to see if I can get above it using a different technique. I obviously picked that spot on the bridge because that's where I got 1,151 watts from before. And so to the winner. The winner is Robin Hambley, friend of mine. I used to go to school with him actually. A runner, very good runner, new to road cycling, and don't think he's got a turbo trainer, but he's going to have to get one so that he can use this Tax iPad mount anyway for that. So I'm going to have to dig out something for the next challenge. But do keep watching these. I was quite intrigued by the different approaches that I could take to try and just grinding it out, using high cadence, getting out the saddle, all those things. Never really dawned on me for shorter efforts the different approaches that I could take. Anyway, if you've got any ideas for some new challenges, I've got a good list now, but I want some more. Leave them in the comments below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click the notifications bell, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.